Now, let me explain how it would actually play out. If the Earth did a 90-degree spin, one simple change. All the land masses slide into completely different climate zones. The sun's still shining the same way, but everything is different. The equator is still the hottest part of the planet. So anywhere that used to sit near the equator, like Singapore, Jakarta, Nairobi, and Luanda, now experience constant rain. These areas turn into thick, hot jungles full of biting insects and deadly snakes. You might think that's far away from where you live. But places like Britain, France, and Germany, they used to sip tea in mild summers. Now they're in the thick of a rainforest, the kind where your morning commute involves hacking away the foliage with a machete and dodging piranhas in the Thames. Londoners will forget about fog and drizzle. Instead, they'll deal with humidity so bad your hair goes curly overnight. And don't even think about tanning. Moscow finds itself in a whole new climate zone to smack dab in the middle of a desert. Say goodbye to snowy winters and hello to blazing heat. Imagine Russians wearing Hawaiian shirts while serving vodka under the scorching sun. Moscow becomes the new Las Vegas, except with more vodka and snow-covered Siberian tigers prowling the streets. What about the poles? In our world, they're frozen wastelands. But on this new Earth, Central America sits directly on the new North Pole. Sorry. Mexico, you're now Antarctica 2.0. Mexico City gets buried under a thick ice sheet. And Cancun trades margaritas on the beach for fishing, for fish. And don't forget about the pole shift for the southern hemisphere. New Zealand is now chilling at the South Pole, complete with an ice sheet. Goodbye, beaches. Hello, penguins. Now let's see what happens to the continents. South America gets a makeover, looking a lot like Europe. Brazil's coast feels like chilly England, while the mighty Amazon shrinks into something more like the Mississippi. Asia flips upside down. Siberia becomes a tropical coastline, while India freezes into a tundra wasteland. Mount Everest, once a snow-capped giant, is now a swamp monster. And Africa splits into two halves. One side, lush rainforest. The other side, scorching desert. And to top it off, tornadoes rip through the middle for fun. Meanwhile, Australia. Good news! Mates, you finally get rain. Western Australia turns green and forested instead of bone-dry desert. And who could forget the real winner, Antarctica? No longer stuck under ice, it transforms into a lush, tropical paradise. Imagine dense rainforest where penguins used to be. Rugged alpine peaks surrounded by thundering waterfalls and research stations like McMurdo Base turning into fancy beach resorts. Scientists trade parkas for flip-flops and swap fossil fuels for coconut cocktails. And if they miss the ice, well, they can always head to Costa Rica. But what if this spin happened instantly? Not over millions of years. No time for ecosystems to adapt. No time for animals or plants to migrate. Just one big spin, and everything changes. The ice caps melt. Ocean levels shoot up. Coastal cities drown, and the entire biosphere goes bonkers. Mass extinctions, collapsing food chains, and maybe the end of civilization. But hey, if the apocalypse is happening anyway, might as well make the best of it. Learn surfing in Antarctica, wrestle crocodiles in London, hunt Siberian tigers in Moscow, and pack your bags for Darwin, Australia. Just kidding. This is probably a terrible idea. And if you can't imagine life anywhere else, just be glad you never got swapped to Antarctica when the Earth did its 90-degree spin. If you enjoyed this quick trip around the globe, why not stick around for more? Thanks for watching.